I think the first thing is I'm a huge StoryBrand fan. Like I had read all the books and listened to all the podcasts, but as you know, sometimes it's much harder to implement something just from listening to it a couple times. Like sometimes you need that extra support. And we have a pretty robust product suite. And I was just really struggling on how to get that message across in a way that wasn't confusing to our audience. But in a way that made it really easy for them to be like, yes, this is me. I need to do this kind of thing. And so that's when I met Chris and just loved how she just made it really simple of like, this is the headline, this is the next step. And it just streamlined everything for us. Well, I think like from a strategy perspective, it was just very clear on who we were, what we offered, and how people could work with us. So we had Chris help us with our homepage, but what it did on the back end is just made it so much easier for me to talk about the different things that we offered. And then she's also helped us with a couple of our sales pages. And I can say, since we've implemented it, our wait list for the program, we probably get 2 to 3 people a week that are sitting on the wait list, which had not happened before. And we didn't change anything else. We didn't change our emails or our funnel or anything like that. But I think the page is just so much more clear on this is the action step that we need to take. And so I'm super excited when we actually launch the program to see what happens, because it's just so much more clear, like, what is the value? What do you get? How do we work together? And it's just made it much easier. Yeah, we just switched it over. We were slow to implement it, but we just switched it over a couple of weeks ago, and we're averaging like 2 to 3 people a week on the wait list, which is really exciting. Well, one of the things that I talk about in our business model is this like anti-social approach. It doesn't mean that I'm not social, but I don't really want to rely on social media because it's just unpredictable. And so I think for me, knowing that our website is doing the heavy lifting for us in a way that makes it easy for people to understand, it's just very calming, right? Like I know it's well organized. I know it's there. So people are finding it organically, and just knowing that it's set up in a way where it's very easy for people to get in touch with us or pick the thing that they want to do has just like, you just take a deep breath. Like, okay, it's there. It's set up the right way. We did it the right way. And in a way that just, I think is just calming. I think for me, because I am like a list person and like a very visual person, I loved that not only do we go through the process together and talk through it, but we get that that diagram and framework visually, right? So I can't remember what the technical name of it is called, but it was something that I could very easily implement myself. Like it was word for word what to do, or I could hand it off to my team to do. And so it just made it a very easy transition from design to implementation. Wireframe, that's the word. So having that wireframe of the actual content and the next steps and the graphics was really, really helpful. And I think even having that wireframe that we could use for other pieces and parts. So like you could create emails off of it, you could create social posts off of it, like having it documented was really nice. I mean, one, I think for me, copywriting is not my strong suite, or designing web pages. And so having somebody with the expertise that not only knows those skill sets, but knows how to create it in a way that's going to convert to paying customers, like that's the key for me. And I think the StoryBrand framework and Chris's background really sort of merges all of that together. So it's an investment, I think, that's long-term, right? Like it's something that we're continually seeing a return on, either from people finding our website and actually taking action, to people getting to the sales page and moving to the wait list. So I would say do it. Don't wait. I wish I would have done it earlier.